Good morning, I'm Kevin Price. Delighted to be with you. Going to spend some time talking to you about you and your business. And, we're doing a lot of focus on what's happening in the middle markets. I like to say that there's a romanticism around small business, and there's a lot of ink that's provided for the enterprise-level corporations. But largely, I think the middle-sized, mid-market businesses are often a mystery out there. And so we bring Marty Okner on almost every week to talk about this by bringing on people who are leaders in this industry, by either individuals who are serving the middle market or middle market companies themselves. And this week is going to be special as we have him, Marty Okner. He's with SHM Corporate Navigators, and that website is shmcnglobal.com. And also he's with a phenomenal organization. I consider it one of the leading middle market organizations out there, associations called ACG New York. ACG standing for the Association for Corporate Growth. It's not only in New York, it is global, but Marty is a leader with the group there in New York. Marty, as always, welcome.
Great. It's a pleasure to be on this show, Kevin. And actually, one of our largest chapters actually happens to be Houston-based. So if any of your listeners are out there are interested, they could log on to the ACG website, acg.org, and go to the local chapter in Houston and check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. And tell us a little bit about your guest today.
Sure. Really pleased to have my business partner, co-founder of SHM Corporate Navigators, Harry Kobritz, here. So welcome to the show, Harry.
Thank you, Marty. It's a pleasure to be with you, as always. Thank you.
Harry, why don't you give us a little bit of background and go ahead and talk about the company, although we usually leave that to Marty, but you can do it as our guest today.
Well, I'm happy to do that, Kevin. Thank you. A pleasure meeting you. Heard a lot about you and your show and your audience. My background is I'm a CPA, started my career at Ernst & Young, had a series of operating positions, and I saw a lot of the issues that entrepreneurs and second-generation businesses were grappling with, and I saw a white space in the advisory field for business owners in the middle market that needed some very special guidance, more so than the bulge bracket companies. So companies in the $20 to $500 million range often didn't have the type of advisors that they really needed, which integrated a lot of the technical as well as the emotional support that middle market business owners need to guide them through preparing the company for a sale or a capital raise. I started my own firm about 15 years ago, joined up with Marty about 5 years ago to augment our service offerings, which we believe are very complementary. We integrate finance, operations, marketing, and channel development. I'm a former chairman of the New York State Society of CPAs, the Financial Reorganization Committee. So I've seen a lot of the pitfalls that companies fall prey to, and also a proud member of the Association for Corporate Growth, the New York chapter, where I had the pleasure of meeting my business partner, Marty Okner.
Very good. Marty, your question.
Great. So, Harry, we've obviously been through a lot of work with our clients over the past 5 years and working together, and we see a lot of companies start the process a little bit too late in terms of preparing their company for sale. When do you think that they should really start the process? When's optimal for them?
Yeah. The earlier, the better. There are a number of attorneys that we work with that often say the time to start preparing your company for sale is the day that the stock subscription book is actually issued. One of the challenges we've often found is that in terms of reviewing corporate governance, that one of the things when you ask owners of businesses, where's your stock certificates, they can't even find that. So maintaining the integrity of records very early on is essential. So the earlier the process can get started, the better. It maximizes the value and reduces the emotional strain that is often put on entrepreneurs and 2G business owners.
Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. Let me ask you, kind of like the state of your industry today.
Yeah, the state of the industry today is it's a very vibrant environment. Certainly, the amount of capital or dry powder, as the private equity folks refer to, still rests in the trillions of dollars. They are still private equity is still very aggressive in pursuing middle market companies, as well as strategic acquirers that still have a great deal of cash on their balance sheets and are taking advantage of acquiring companies in a very vibrant marketplace.
Yeah, Marty?
Yeah, so Harry, with all this capital chasing these companies, you and I have really developed kind of a unique methodology to address a lot of these issues, and and I know that we've kind of summarized the top 4 to 5 considerations that a company should really have, and key areas to address. You want to spend a little time outlining some of those areas?
Yeah. Usually when we get involved in working with a seller, I think one of the most important things to begin with is managing expectations. And expectations include the timing of the deal process, how long it actually takes to close a deal. And most entrepreneurs and sellers underestimate the amount of time that it takes. They also underestimate the costs that are involved, attorney fees, estate and trust, insurance costs, and probably one of the biggest things that need to be managed is how much the emotional share of mind that selling a business takes of an owner. So manage the expectations of that, of what the time commitment would be, and also managing the expectations of what the purchase price will be. Owners often say to us, I want X amount of dollars. And then by the time you sit down with an owner and walk through tax implications, cost of doing the deal, it's very important to ensure that the owner understands what their net proceeds would be. And we often tell owners, let's not argue about the purchase price. Let's focus more on the structure so that we maximize the net after-tax proceeds to you.
Yeah, and we're about to have to wrap it up, by the way, with about 30 seconds left. So,
got it.
Yeah.
I'll run through really quickly. We encourage business owners to run your business like you're not going to sell it. Have an experienced deal team, trust and estate, M&A. Even your incumbent people can stay on board, but augment them with people experienced in the deal process. And the most important thing is maintain integrity in the deal process. One false piece of information is often very, very costly, and then integrity begins to get questioned, and it's a slippery slope from there.
Thanks so much, Harry. I appreciate it very much. Marty Okner, great job as usual. shmcnglobal.com, and make sure you check out the great work they're doing over there, and check out acgnyc.org. Thanks, gentlemen.
Great. Thanks so much, Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.
When we come back, much more for you. I do want to remind you, best content here, including my interview with Rand Paul last week, will be found over there at usdailyreview.com.